No, I don't believe that. At the end of the day, if you genuinely felt that, why did he, he admitted to it. He forfeited the $1 million.
Coach here at Mayweather Boxing Fitness Hollywood, and honestly, it's been disheartening to go through everything we've been going through. We haven't been getting paid fairly.
So I found out from a source, Floyd Money Mayweather can't leave Dubai because him and his sidekick, they had stole millions of jewelry last time they was out in Dubai.
Devin Haney has also exposed Floyd Mayweather's alleged $500 million unpaid debt, claiming Floyd is secretly bankrupt. Haney says people don't understand Floyd's moves, but he knew from the start. He explains how Mayweather manipulates others, with illusion and control, hiding financial trouble behind fame, luxury, and carefully crafted public appearances. Floyd Mayweather's reckless spending habits have...
He's just trolling. He's trolling. He's telling me he's trolling. So I'm like, nah, he's not trolling. He's not trolling. That's real. And it was just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
What was your father saying throughout camp about that?
He was same thing. We was both going back and forth. It gonna happen. We could understand. What? He wanted to start this now. Now, why all of a sudden he playing this crazy role now? Why do you think? On the outside looking in, why would you say?
I don't know, bro. When I seen it, I knew it wasn't right.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't right.
Reached a point where even his own employees remain unpaid. Yet he continues to flaunt wealth by investing in properties he can't maintain. It's not only irresponsible, but insulting to those who've worked under him, some waiting for compensation while he celebrates hollow acquisitions. His obsession with outward appearances has blinded him to financial accountability. Instead of honoring basic obligations like taxes, he chooses vanity projects to maintain an illusion of Floyd Mayweather's betrayal of Devin Haney is a shameful example of how he manipulates people.
Of this facility for a few years now, since 2018. It was great. This is my husband. He actually quit a really good job because he saw potential in this company, and they had promised him all this stuff. And they have put us through so much stress, mental stress, because, one, we've been trying to get married for a couple years now, and the fact that they haven't been able to pay him for a year.
Months at a time.
It feels like a year, because even when they were able to pay, it's been his credit. I'm sorry, I don't even know to bring up your credit, but he had better credit than I did. He had amazing credit, and all of a sudden, bills after bills piling up. Now we have to focus on trying to get his credit back up, and it's just all on me. And that's it's been so tough, because he's the type that's a provider, and I'm always wanting to help, but to see him break
for personal
down.
benefit after years of presenting himself. As a mentor, he released a selectively edited sparring video of Haney looking weak just before Haney's major fight with Ryan Garcia. The timing wasn't accidental. It was sabotage disguised as transparency by leaking a clip that paints Devin in an unflattering light. Floyd not only jeopardized Haney's preparation, but also exposed his own insecurity. A mentor uplifts, but Floyd weaponizes trust to exert control and undermine confidence. The deterioration of the Haney-Mayweather relationship reveals the darker side of Floyd's pettiness in a moment where discretion was expected. Mayweather allegedly leaked private sparring footage of...
They go through maybe a rough moment, the people around them kind of start changing and things. And I know, like you said, you waking up in the mansion, the Rolls Royce, of 30, 40 people around.
Yeah.
Has that part happened where it was people around you kind of shifted? Or
I wouldn't say that necessarily. I think I just had to, cut the grass low, just, get a lot of unnecessary people that was just around me that just was around me, just, really wasn't really benefiting me in no kind of way. It's people that, I seen somebody say that, I'm okay with being used, but just don't misuse me. So it was some people that was misusing me.
Yeah.
And, it is what it is. I'm happy with where I'm at right now.
Private sparring footage of Haney being bested by Gervonta Davis. The clip ended up in Ryan Garcia's hands, who used it to mock Haney online. A clear violation of trust and sportsmanship, Devin. Haney's harsh words weren't just emotional outbursts, they were sharp truths born from repeated betrayal. Calling Floyd a bona fide hater and a miserable old man wasn't slander. It was a mirror.
His fellow American. Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather watched on as Davis appeared to dominate. So Haney has now issued a response on Twitter. Never did they post a chopped up edited video. 16-year-old and they're in there holding. My bet with AB pops. Andrew and Broner, I presume that means. We bet Andrew and Broner pops and he honoured it and paid. Ryan, we watched you quit and we will not, and we are not the same and never will be.
To Mayweather's face, and his behavior repeatedly show that he resents any success not tied to his name. The toxic environment Mayweather created left Devin Haney with no choice but to walk away. What started as a promising mentor-student bond turned into a power struggle drenched in jealousy. Haney, once proud to train in Floyd's gym.
I heard he was real heavy the week of the fight. I heard something like 15 pounds. Don't know if it's true. He obviously didn't make the weight. Did Floyd tell him not to make the weight? You already spoke on it, my boy.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
So he don't make weight.
Floyd said he didn't.
He did not?
Floyd said he didn't.
He did not?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what he said. That's his word.
I mean, I seen him throw.
I seen it too.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave it.
Was forced to distance himself from someone who refused to support him unless it benefited his brand. Mayweather's inability to celebrate another man's rise without inserting himself into the narrative reveals just how fragile his ego truly is. Mayweather's response to accusations of jealousy is as performative as the image he carefully curates. Claiming he wants Haney to succeed simply to avoid being labeled jealous is not support, it's deflection. Rather than showing genuine pride. In Haney's progress, he reduced...
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Rich back with another one. Now, everybody is talking about how Floyd Mayweather is losing all his fighters. Gervonta Davis just put out a tweet saying that he stopped Shakur Stevenson from signing with Floyd because Floyd was setting him up for failure. Now, I'm a big Floyd Mayweather fan and supporter, and I love Tank. But, you know, a lot of times us fans don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, and if all this stuff they saying about Floyd Mayweather is true, it's sad because I feel like it take away from his career, his character as a person, because we see him in the ring, we see how head-driven he is, we see how confident he is, and we see how he's the greatest in the ring, but a lot of times that stuff don't be carrying on to different people's characters. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all think Floyd just think about himself and don't really care about his fighters? Do you think everything that people are saying about Floyd is true, or you think they just adding a little sauce to it that over-exaggerate?
Reduces his well wishes to a tactic for reputation management. Mayweather's go-to defense mechanism is, "I'm tired of everyone just being jealous." A claim repeated like a broken record is a cheap excuse to avoid accountability. He acts indifferent to criticism, but his behavior shows otherwise. The constant flaunting, the endless self-praise. It's not confidence, it's insecurity. People are
signed Devin, but he chose a different route, but still proud of him.
Absolutely. I want to commend you, right? Because, you know, Devin Haney, I guess he in Vegas, but I seen you in the gym and he's on a whole different promotional company, but you was showing him some things.
Y'all show love. Y'all really fans.
You was working with him, you know what I'm saying? And it's a good chance that he might fight an actual fighter that you got, but you still had him in there working with him, teaching him things.
Me just giving him certain pointers, just giving him certain pointers just to make him better.
Yeah.
Even it was good to even, like before, when I was able to even just move around with Devin, spar with Devin when I was 40 years old. That was like 4 years ago when I was 40 years old. I was able to move around with Devin, and me moving around with him in the ring, I knew he was gonna become world champion. So I'm just proud of him.
Devin touched Floyd up. That was right before the Conor McGregor fight. He was like 17, 18. How old was you?
When I sparred Floyd, I was 18.
Floyd didn't touch him. In retrospect, he's better than Floyd. He's better than Floyd. You know what I mean? He's on course to be better because he's better now at 22 than Floyd was at 22.
It was at the end of his career for me to be able to say that I've been in the ring with Floyd, I sparred Floyd, just because he didn't have to do that. I was a young kid, somebody that I always looked up to.
I do that too, but I know that he'd have whooped your ass if he could. You dig what I'm saying? Floyd ain't no punk, and Devin touched Floyd up.
Aren't bothered by his wealth. They're frustrated by his refusal to grow. Even Adrian Broner, once known for speaking truth bluntly, chose to reinforce the narrative that benefits Floyd, admitting that Tank Davis beat Haney in sparring and that the footage was leaked intentionally proves this wasn't accidental. It was calculated. Instead of standing against petty sabotage, Broner joined in, giving credibility to Floyd's manipulation.
You always remember this. Jealousy, people jealous of you, comes with success. So anytime you're successful, people gonna be jealous of you. People in there always gonna like you. It's the same thing like my job. I still go there and be at my best. If you're doing good, they got something to say. If you're doing bad, they got something to say. So do what makes you happy. Because you see this jet, you see this private jet that we own? I got it because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I made over $1 billion. You know why? Because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. Do what the fuck you want to do. And the only thing we can do is take one day at a time. You know, that's all we can do. No one is perfect. Every day we strive to be perfectionists, but no one is perfect. I make mistakes. I make mistakes. You know, I've said things that I shouldn't have said when I was younger. I've done things that I shouldn't have done when I was younger. I'm not perfect, but we live and we learn. That's a part of growing.
Manipulative tactics. Bill Haney's criticism cuts deep because it's true. Floyd stopped being a boxer years ago. Now he's a business model obsessed with selling spectacles instead of giving fans meaningful fights. The claim of being the face of boxing rings hollow when his only goal is profit. Real faces of the sport fight for legacy, passion, and people. Bill Haney further exposed Mayweather's hypocrisy of boasting billions.
Did you ever see him spar any of them?
Yeah.
What happened? Who he sparred?
Y'all know what happened, man.
I don't know.
He sparred Devin. It's packed, it's hot. They get in there. Tank hit that nigga. He hit him, boom. Then he hit him again and he like went out. I jumped in the ring. Because at the time, Devin is 17. It calmed down and they got back to working Tank got a little bit more fatigue. And once they kept going, Devin got the best of them.
Oh, okay.
But in a real fight time with 8-ounce gloves on, bye.
Billions while neglecting the people around him, and not paying fighters is bad enough, but mocking someone like Calvin. Ford for his appearance takes it to another level of disrespect. Floyd's ego feeds off comparison, and he uses wealth as a weapon to belittle others. It's not just tasteless, it's revealing. No matter how much he earns, the need to make others feel small.
You say Tank doesn't want any of it. Why is that? I know you can't give.
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful, like you're really trying to do this. Because every fighter that Devin with gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're gonna be at the welfare line. You keep on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we didn't charge $57. Listen, we gonna give you the best fights, and we gonna get all the people in there, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old business model that you're gonna charge the fans for some fights, and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather shit over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it, nobody else ain't did it.
Proves how little he's grown. Mayweather's bitterness about not landing a deal like Devin Haney's exposes the root of his resentment. Instead of celebrating someone else's breakthrough, he reportedly vowed to block future opportunities for Haney. This isn't the behavior of a mentor or a legend, it's the behavior of a gatekeeper desperate to stay relevant. Trying to control who. Haney fights is just another tactic to box him in, both literally and figuratively. Floyd...
I think it's personal between you and Calvin. Also, it's Tank's coach. Is it?
Man, I told Coach,
for those that don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach, so I'm just for our audience.
And I said, listen, ain't no way your fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this. Because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin need to thank Bill for mentioning this shit.
So you saying Calvin ain't getting paid?
Yo, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he's looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't be one looking good and the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about?
Again.
Yeah.
A few months ago, Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather were fighting on live, or not fighting, but arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
And Bill Haney said, listen, you know damn well Devin did this and Devin did that. He never lost in the gym, ever. And Floyd said, if you got an undefeated fighter in the gym, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Floyd said, I never lost under the light.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking about.
Would rather burn bridges than see someone else cross them first. Mayweather's lie about purchasing a $42 million skyscraper is the clearest sign that his empire is built on illusion. The truth that he didn't own the full property completely undermines the flashy announcement. He lied to keep the fantasy alive to maintain the illusion of untouchable wealth, but the lie was exposed, and with it another layer of the Mayweather myth crumbled. He sells a lifestyle that doesn't exist, manipulating headlines to...
For some of y'all that ain't from the streets and don't understand like the politics of it, you know, that Bill Haney Floyd conversation was well overdue. They have been in the background sneak dissing each other for a minute. You know, pretty much Floyd is upset that Dev didn't take the deal that he put on the table for him. And he say, okay, you don't want to mess with me, you don't want to take the deal, I'm going to make it tough for you. I'm going to go whisper and rain here. I'm going to make sure Rolly don't fight you. I'm going to make sure Tank don't fight you. You know what I'm saying? And Bill don't like that. Bill feel like it's some little backdoor stuff he been doing. And Bill didn't back down. It was kind of crazy how Bill went at Floyd. He said, I'm putting on, like, where your people from the streets that you put on? You know what I'm saying? Where your community at? Your real people. You know what I'm saying? So, crazy.
Cover up his financial cracks. He would claim that he purchased 62 buildings worth $400 million. Floyd's venture into cryptocurrency was yet another scam using his name to push a no-name token with no real value. It wasn't about innovation, it was about quick profit, no matter the consequences. Fans who trusted his endorsement were left with losses while Floyd cashed in and moved on. This pattern of exploitation shows a man who doesn't care about legacy or loyalty. Floyd justifies his spending habits by...
But you throw a lot of money around, don't you?
Why not? You can't take it with you. I mean, there's no Brent trucks pulling up at no funeral home. So, I mean, you got to be able to enjoy your money, but make your money work for you.
Carpe diem, seize the day, live every day.
Absolutely.
That's Floyd Mayweather's strategy.
My strategy is I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, no matter how you look at it. Just because I may wear a diamond necklace or a big diamond ring, because another guy he wear a ring on his ring finger, and he's no better than I am. He's doing the same thing I'm doing, but he's just sweeping his dirt under the rug, and mine is out in the open.
Money doesn't make people happy, but you've got a hell of a lot of it. And are you happy?
Am I happy? Absolutely. I'm happy because my children are happy. I'm happy because my mom is happy. I'm not happy because of the money, because I was happier when I didn't.
Saying that when you earn this much, you should enjoy it. But when your income stems from misleading others, that defense collapses. His desire to spend lavishly even when caught scamming shows he's not just arrogant, he's shameless. It's not about celebrating success. It's about distracting from guilt.